Yeah, I have no idea why that's suddenly blinked off. That was weird. OBS is really on some shit today. You had to do your normie account because your phone number was attached to that one and trying to connect it to your new one. Yeah, that does sound like a pain. Sounds like a royal pain in the butt. Alright, so let's see here.
Here's an example of something that perhaps you haven't seen.
I think there's actually a pretty decent number of redeems here. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and keep looking. I'm gonna go hit up, because like I know several of you guys have some really cool stuff. Like Bez has a bunch of neat stuff that he's done for redeems and stuff that, you know, I want to go ahead and, you know, emulate, as well as both Lumi and Zeb have these really cool redeems as well. Some things that I want to go ahead and do and set up. So we got script reading redeems, sketch from doodles, switch models, the blurst redeems. And oh right, I guess kind of going in with the Ada Ada would be like the classic. I don't know if anybody would actually redeem these. I can't imagine, but I'm just gonna throw those out there just to see if anybody does. I'm curious. Who knows? And then maybe some of these I'll wind up doing. There's also sound redeems, I guess, as well. So any kind of different sounds and everything that we do. But that whole good boy, good girl. Someone also had once mentioned... Oh yeah, that's right, sound redeems. I almost forgot. I said it, but then I didn't. I'm not exactly sure what kind of sounds. I mean, of course, that whole first one there is one, but I'm not really sure what kind of sounds and stuff I would put up. And, you know, somebody, actually more than one person, one of whom shall remain nameless, had suggested something of a BFE type experience, but I have no idea how I would do that. And you know what? I would also be... It's kind of funny because if Lemon had popped in, I was totally going to go ahead and drop that line on them because I just really like that line. It's a really good line. I think maybe I'll just... Well, I don't know them well enough to just sit there and kind of pick on them with it, so... But it just would be so cool. And I don't know I don't know exactly about making that a complete redeem or not, but still, that I still like that line from yesterday. Who wrote that? Was that you who wrote that, Lumi? Or was that Lemon who wrote it? I don't remember. I think it was Lemon's line, right? It was Lumi's line. You wrote it. Still. I've got to read more of your work too, by the way, because that just sounds really good. Well, no, Lumi is hot, period. Everything about her is just smoking. But yeah, that whole line, I love how you look covered in my indecency. It just is so cool. I don't know why I like that so much. I actually like that better than an Arahara. But that's just me. Anyway. I know, right? What a line. Tell me about it. So, yeah, Sammy, I don't know if how long you were able to kind of hang out and stuff, or if you heard us doing like the script redeems last night, but there was okay. So, also note. All right, I should probably write this down too. I'll need to add a dead emote. Lawful evil character equals really good romantic lines. Okay. You're gonna have to share more of these. Just because. I mean, those are better than a lot of the pickup lines from Valentine's Day. So, must hear more, must hear more. Oh my god, that's right. I have to come up with emotes too. I had actually managed to forget about that for like all of an hour. I mean, that's cool, that's cool. I'm not about to be like no, you must stay here. I'm not letting you leave. No. We're not like that here. It's cool if you do. I mean, we totally appreciate it. Of course, also know that you got other things going on and everything like that, so. But if you do get a chance, I mean, I think some of the scripts and stuff were actually, that we did yesterday, a lot of them, let's face it, all of them were really good. They were all written by Zeb. And also by Lumi. One by let's see. I think there was at least one other that we did that was by Vesper, right? Or did we do two by Vesper yesterday? I don't remember. But yeah, there was a lot of good scripts that we went over yesterday. And some really great lines and stuff, and just, I think overall. But it really made me want to go ahead and, especially with some of the Yandere scripts and stuff, just the kind of going from the whole, the I want you energy, I need you, I've got to have you, no one else will have you, you are going to make me, I'm going to make you mine and mine alone. That kind of unhinged energy, that intensity and stuff, those just sound really good. So, I'm looking forward to Zeb kind of unlocking her unhingedness and really kind of going to town on some of these. and I'm looking forward to being a little bit unhinged while reading them. Yes, you should definitely, I highly encourage checking out Zeb, checking out their Twitter, their stream and everything else like that. For those of you on the VOD or anybody else who've kind of wandered in and aren't already familiar, the Resident Moth.
I will sheesh for free.
Let's see.
That is so weird. Why am I not actually seeing that window? Let me check something here real quick. Ah, that is why. No, it looks like I'm actually missing on this window. I am missing the shout out, the clip player. Huh. That's weird. Let me see if I can, let me check this real quick. Give me a moment. Or, hold up, which window am I currently in? Okay, so where did they go? Why is it that... Give me a second, let me go ahead and add that in real quick. Because it should just be something that I've already saved. Been wanting it. It's the right layer, excellently. Yeah, you know, it's just completely missing for some stupid reason. Of course, it's probably because when I was kind of setting things back up and everything, I might have switched a scene around. So, streamer error, pro streamer, or budding pro streamer at work here. Been wanting to read and write more lately? Yes, by all means. And that's the whole thing. That's why that's what kind of why I want to put up the redeem. If there's like stuff that you want me to go ahead and read or kind of do that kind of thing, yeah, let's throw that up, and I think it'd be kind of cool. Okay, it didn't add it. I don't think it did. If you may ask a question, you don't know much about scripts and stuff. Is it like scenarios or stories that y'all read? Like a voice acting thing? When I first started reading the scripts and everything, I actually had gotten several of them from Twitter. There is a hashtag script writing challenge or script challenge. And there are several people like Zeb and Lee Asimov and some other people who actually post a lot of scripts there, right? And some of them are stories, some of them are like little short scenarios. They're not like an actual script that you would expect, like say for like an acting or any kind of acting gig where they've got like specific like lines and the people, like, you know, where you've got like an interaction going on. They're kind of like they're more like a one-off type of things. Like, let me just try and pull one up here. So yeah, there's like some really cool things. Like if you love writing, wrote for the first time in a long time recently, a story about your D&D characters' first crush. Cool, very cool. I would definitely be interested in checking that out sometime. But yeah, this one is a cool one. Unknown Creature AU. They're a little easier to read on, like, for example, Zeb's Tumblr, but I think that this was one of the ones that Lumi read yesterday. So I don't really want to kind of repeat it here. We wound up reading a lot of the ones that Zeb did yesterday, but they're kind of like, you know, little shorts like these a lot of times. This is like the format. That's kind of the format that people do, at least on Twitter for the script challenge. I kind of get a kick out of reading the BFE scripts, and then again some of the more unhinged Yandere scripts. Of course, there's only one certain particular author that I happen to be a fan of that writes those in particular. Not gonna name any names, but besides that, hang on, let me hydrate real quick. So, oh, wait a second. Oh, damn. Like, this one is pretty good. I wasn't exactly meaning to do any script reading, but just as an example, again, of some of the script readings and stuff like that. And yeah, if I make these full-blown redeems, then this one there'll probably be quite a few points and stuff. I haven't figured out what the values are for any of these yet, but I think this one, it looked like it was okay for like TOS. $5,000 word D&D character. So I don't know exactly where this is. on their Tumblr. So, let me just. So here's an example of one. And I am just going to put this here. It is not particularly, it's not NSFW. It's maybe slightly racy, but it's not really anything spectacular. So I don't think it's I don't think there's a TOS issue at all. But so these were an example of some of the things, like something short like this. That'd be something that I could read as a redeem. So kind of like. I'm sorry, but are you done? No, it's just that, I mean, that was you trying to flirt with me, right? Don't get me wrong, I applaud your efforts, but, I mean, there wasn't really any spice to it, was there? I mean, again, valiant effort, but you could have done something like lean in real close like this. Make sure that you're all that I can see. Drop your voice low and whisper something to me so that I have to lean in even closer to hear you. Just so that you could say something almost shocking. Make me question if you really just said that to me. Or something intriguing, enticing. All the while, your voice sweeping over me with just enough inflection to cause shivers to go up and down my spine. It's okay though. That look on your face makes me want to let you try again. So what do you say? Give it another shot? So, something like that. Like I said, Zep writes really fun scripts. She also both loves and hates it when people read her stuff. Basically, when people just kind of perceive her in general, but just fun to kind of hit up and everything. So yeah, when we say script redeem, it's that kind of script redeem, or it doesn't have to be just that. It could be something like there are other redeems like the there's much tamer ones on here as well. Another writer whose stuff that I do like reading, Lee Asimov, has done some pretty interesting stuff. And wow, this just updated with a whole bunch of, it's because it's the top, not latest. So yeah, by the way, that script was actually in the top sorting, not latest. So hey, you go. Time to write scripts. Just kidding. Unless. Hey, you never know. I mean, again, could be anything. Like I said, any kind of lines. Like what's the one of the classic things? Hang on a second. It's kind of been a moment since I've done any kind of pronunciation. something like, even if you wanted to do something like, wait. Like maybe something like Fe de brute cochon. I completely messed up the pronunciation. Hold up.
Fais du bruit de cochon. Fais du bruit de cochon.
Oh, my bad. That should have been Fais du bruit de cochon. Which make the pig noise in French. There was like some stand-up comic a long time ago that basically had talked about how anything in French just sounds sexy. And it's like, make the pig noise. Fais du bruit de cochon. And just lines like that. And yes, I am aware that I am somewhat weaponizing my voice. Or hoeing it out, depending on your point of view. Either way, I don't have a problem with that. Like, seriously, if I could make a Fansly and all I had to do was talk, I would totally be down with that. I think it'd be kind of hilarious, to be perfectly honest. Oh, now you wake up, you hear Fansly? Well, okay, seriously though, if I were actually going to go ahead and do, I mean, I don't know if it'd be like streams or something, although I am curious about how the streaming and stuff works on like Fansly and some of those other platforms and stuff, but I mean, I've got nothing that I would actually stream. It would probably be much more effective to just simply do recordings and things like that, you know what I mean? Oh, and see, the timer hit 0, which just simply means that the pre-rolls are on. So the timer, and it doesn't say how long, it just hits 0 and then it doesn't do anything. So I guess from, like, an hour 50 until, like, for the next 10 minutes or something, just all bits are off or something on how the pre-roll goes. I don't know how that works, but considering it's not doing anything other than that, like it lies about it telling you whether or not you're going to get, like, you know, ads coming in inbound or whatever. I don't know. So I have no way at this point of really predicting when ads will hit or not. So, but anyway, like I was saying, like if there were recordings that come up that were and more NSFW that I couldn't do on Twitch or YouTube or something like that, then I'd need someplace else to post them. And I mean, I could make a site or whatever else like that, but it'd be much easier to use one of those other places, like the fan type site. And I don't know if I'd do an only, you know, but probably a fan. You know, I might do something along those lines. Who knows? Or wait, are we not supposed to say, like, you know, are we not supposed to actually reference those sites and stuff on here? I hear kind of it going like one way or the other. People tend to dance around it and everything. I'm not plugging it because I don't have one, but you know, if I did, I wouldn't really. Yeah, the Just Fans. Wait, isn't that actually a site? I don't remember anymore. No, it's just, and then the number, and then fans or something like that. Something like that. I forget. There's actually a bunch of those now. I actually haven't done homework on those in a minute. I need to kind of look that back up. For my day job. Web developer. You know, application developer type. So, yeah. But no, seriously, are those like supposed to be verboten terms on Twitch or something? Because like I said, people just seem to kind of dance around them sometimes, and then other times people are just, you know, they don't care and they just kind of whip them out, so to speak. But hey, I'm not plugging anything, so I think it's fine. And again, I just got affiliate. I'm not trying to speedrun my first ban either. But, so that being said. So anywho, that's the kind of redeem. And oh yeah, I was actually in the middle of trying to figure out why the, I was actually trying to see why the thing wasn't showing up. The, clip preview. Unique boars. No, that's an HVAC service. HVAC service. Heating and ventilation. Everything's good here. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. We are all say so here. Nothing but say-so-ness going on. We are wholesome, right? Okay. Now it's re-added. So... and the app window isn't on top. So now if I go ahead and let's just throw a shout out again to my spider bud here. There we go.
Oh, I got him. Did you see that?
I remember that clip. Yep. You hit the quadfecta. Okay, so anyway, now it's working. I gotta make sure after stream, I'm just gonna have to make sure that all of those clips are put in correctly. Alright, so anyway. Well, I got a pretty good list of redeems to start with, and then also a few emotes and everything that I need to go ahead and drop, which I'm definitely gonna have to remember this one specifically for Zeb. And so, okay. I guess that's a pretty good number for now, which these are actually some really good ideas. I hadn't thought about the doodle redeems. And then I'm gonna probably need to elaborate more on the sound redeems. Like the kinds of sounds that people want to hear. Which they also have to kind of be in line with the whole overall vibe. Because like I said, if people are kicked back lurking in the rafters, just enjoying the chill and just, you know, maybe kind of sleeping and everything else like that, which I assume everybody's doing in the background and stuff. Last thing I want to do is like put some like kind of jump scares or some other stuff. You know what I mean? Just wrecks the groove, I think. It just kind of ruins that whole relaxed vibe that people really like when they're kind of coming in here. So, and let's see here. Now, the other thing. So, is everybody kind of relaxed and how comfy? How's everybody doing? You guys kind of nice and chill at the moment? Like I said, yesterday was pretty energetic, but you know, it was the 14th, you know, hanging with friends. It'd be like that, you know? Today it's just kind of nice to wind down and relax and just have that comfy quiet time. But I was talking about, again, this being a variety night. And, you know, granted, I'm a little over halfway into the stream and everything, so chilling like a villain. Very much. Chilling like a villain. Soon, all of your souls shall belong to me. And you will become one with the void. You just don't know it yet. Lumi has inspired you to do art? I mean, Lumi, you and Lumi have both inspired me to do a lot of stuff, so you had to be, what kind of art is the next question. What? Hot man art. I see, I see. Oh, okay. You mean from like the character models and stuff. Let me guess, you're talking about Tony, right? One of Lumi's characters. One of her OCs from... I forget which campaigns and stuff. No? What do you mean, no? And you know what? That would actually be good practice, too. Oh, Final Fantasy OC. Wait, really? Ilsoix. Ilso the Ninth? What? Okay. Well, cool deal. You made her want to roleplay again. Understandable. But yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about, you know, kind of getting back into that kind of gaming, tabletop and other type gaming for a little bit too. I haven't RP'd in a while. And since Zeb has said that she is a game master, welcome back, man. How's the dungeon? Did you have a good time? Did you make friends? Did you kill a lot of people? Did you get the treasure? It was good? Good, cool. Spent time gambling. So in other words, you're totally doing the adventure life. I understand. It'd be like that. Critically acclaimed MMORPG, Final Fantasy XIV. Yes. Well, it'd be like that. So, yes, while you were dungeon diving and, you know, kind of indulging in that adventure life, I think I came up with some good redeems and stuff like that. I don't know if you had me in the background and if you were able to hear or anything. We kind of did a bunch of different stuff. Chris, you should play too. You know what? I like the idea of playing it. It's more, and I did find out that they do actually have a Mac client, so I could technically play it now, probably. So I am interested. You know a streamer who's got a top with that on? I think there are actually a few streamers, or at least a few VTubers and stuff, that have characters that were inspired from or pretty much ripped right from critically acclaimed Final Fantasy. Pick a version number, actually. And that's not including the VTubers who will go ahead and cosplay into, like, when they're getting into whatever game they're playing and stuff, which I think is kind of cool. I've only actually gotten as far as thinking that, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to Halloween season this year, because I want to try making a bunch of different assets and outfits and I want to cosplay as different VTubers. Like, cosplay up as, like, you know, as Bao or Numi and Shy Lily and a few others and stuff like that. Maybe get a pair of Android bunny ears. October should be a lot of fun. The unsafe soaking. Yeah, the bikini bottoms. Not just them, but they were like the first. They were actually some of the first VTubers I started watching. And they were the ones that I actually first became aware of last year, you know, from watching a lot of clippers on YouTube last year. And that kind of eventually, that's how I wound up finding my way over into Twitch in the first place. Vienna? Yeah. I didn't really catch a lot of Vienna's streams and stuff before, until just later last year. You know, when I saw her doing collabs with, like, some of the others. You know, but it was just kind of fun watching a lot of different people and stuff. And I think I said before, that's actually kind of the whole thing that got me into VTubing, because that was right around the time where I was planning on putting up a bunch of recordings on YouTube anyway, of the relaxed stuff, you know, the relaxation type stuff that I have done on stream before. But then I kind of figured, you know, that, hey, it looked pretty fun. Everybody kind of getting in, because why bother putting my own mug up, or, you know, even just having a faceless? It looks a lot more interesting, you know, having a different avatar up that you can be anything that you want. And apparently what the things that people want are to be anime girls or boys or other. So I was like, all right, fine, I'm in. And here we are. I've been isekai'd into the VTuber world. Kurisu appears with an ear-splitting bang. Which, yeah, I know that's technically it's a mud reference, but still. Close enough. So how are you guys feeling? Pretty good? Pretty chill? Hungover from hanging out in the Adventurers Lounge? Chillin' as always. That's what we do here. We are chill. We chill. Who's hungover? Take away your adventure cred if you weren't dragged out in the morning, then yes. What kind of adventurer are you? And I don't know, you know what? it's kind of funny because I actually wind up, that's probably my favorite, I'm not going to say anime genre per se, but it is like my favorite light novel genre. Okay, I used to be and I still am a huge anime fan. I love watching all kinds of different shows. I probably watch shonen shows the least, like, the type that come in and Shonen Jump, which basically means, like, I've never really watched Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, that kind of stuff. Although I have watched the first arc of One Piece and Bleach, and I enjoyed it well enough. But I like watching like all the other different types of shows, and I do like the isekai stories. I kind of, the thing is, what got me into reading more and reading more of the light novels is I kind of got tired of waiting for, like, the weekly episode to drop. So I started reading ahead. And I think it started with either that time I got reincarnated as a slime or Overlord. But I got so into watching the shows and I was dying to know what happened next. So I just grabbed the book and just started reading all the light novels, some of which were in English and some, fortunately there were translation groups that handled it. And I just simply started reading ahead, and it got to the point where I was so far ahead that I sometimes stopped watching the anime, because then I could start seeing the differences between, like, what was actually in the book versus how the anime adapted it. And I was just kind of like, yeah, they're missing a whole lot. And then it's like, I'm at the point where now I just get a kick out of the series that I've actually read when they actually get anime adaptations, like when Kuma Bear, the other one, some of the more recent ones, like Reincarnated as a Sword and The Eminence in Shadow, like when those came out, I'm like, oh my god, I've read all those. And so, yeah, now I go back and I want to watch those just because, like, I've read the novel and stuff because I enjoyed them and everything. You struggle reading on pages, manga is fine, but I read a bunch of audiobooks, or found a bunch of audiobooks for your favorite light novels. That's cool. That's awesome too. I mean, I like all the different adaptations and versions of a story. Generally, of course, you're going to get the most content out of the actual light novels, but then, if you're not really a big, reader and everything, then it's like, I kind of get, I get it. It's not going to interest you and stuff. And of course, you're going to wait for, like, the anime and stuff to drop. The manga tends to also be really good. I'm not saying that that anime adaptations are always the worst, but it's not a matter of it being worse. It's just a matter of it being the most abridged, because there's only so much content that you can actually go ahead and stick into a show without it becoming really, really heavy on the exposition and stuff, which, then you kind of drag stuff along, which is what, the problem with Dragon Ball Z, for example. 3 freaking days and they're still in the middle of a 10-minute fight. Hey, what up, guest? Welcome. You didn't miss any. Well, okay. I'm not gonna say you missed anything. You're here right on time. You're here when you're here. That's all good. We just kind of talked about different redeems that I could be working on, and we elaborated a little bit on some script redeems and stuff like that. And I dropped a couple of sample readings and things. So we've just kind of been kicking back and chilling. That's the whole thing. Tonight is variety night, so we just kind of roll with, like, the stuff that chat wants to do or anything else that kind of comes up. And it seems like today has been mostly a just kind of laid back, kicking back kind of day. everybody kind of recovering and just kind of hang out and stuff, which is perfectly fine. Plus, also, I don't know about you guys, I'm a bit of an introvert, which, yeah, says the streamer talking to a bunch of people publicly and blah, blah, blah. But the beauty of this is, I'm behind a screen in the privacy. I didn't have to leave my house to go out and hang with you guys. There are a lot of people who, kind of, when they go out or, different people, they get anxious about that kind of stuff. I don't say I get anxious, but as an introvert, my social batteries get depleted. I love that term. I basically just kind of ape that from Lumi, but my social batteries do get burned down pretty quickly being out and about with people. I don't mind it. I can be kind of social, kinda. But it's just kind of one of those, I am perfectly happy and I enjoy my own company. I'm good with that. There are a lot of people who, you might have actually been around people like that. You can kind of tell the people who can't stand silence. Literally, it's like that, just like that old Alana, that Alanis Morissette. I'm not going to say old, but that whole thing, where, okay, how do you feel, how do you feel about this? And then you remember the line, did you think about your bills, your ex, your loved ones, or when you think you're gonna die, or did you long for the next distraction? But yeah, there are some people who, any kind of silence, they feel the need to have to fill that. I'm not one of those people. I am in the camp where, oh, and again, pre-roll ads are disabled for 33 minutes. I have no idea what that means. Although it does seem, okay, so that it looks like from about 10 minutes to the next hour to 15 minutes after the hour, that's when the pre-rolls are on, and then the pre-roll off timer kicks in. And so, interesting. And so now, guest, you just got an ad, huh? That's so interesting. All right, so I do have that set to 15 minutes. I guess it's 15. So that 15 minutes on the top of the at the top of the hour kind of thing seems to be when the ad pre-roll comes in and when ads can happen. It looks like. So I think that must mean then that anytime during this counter for when the pre-rolls are off, that must be the rolling period where ads may or may not appear, perhaps. Although, still, they promised me that they were going to go ahead and give me a 3-minute heads up when ads were about to roll, so they lied to me. Bastards. But yeah, so just got back. Thank y'all for the script info. Totally wasn't just making a new Tumblr or anything. I'm sure you weren't. Of course not. Of course not. In fact, I look forward to seeing what's on your not new Tumblr at some point. I appreciate you giving me so much of your time. Of course, Lumi. Anything. Anytime. You are a good friend, and I'm definitely happy to spend time with you and hang out with you. So, always. And you're the same way. Silence is comfy. Yeah. Like, when you're comfortable with yourself and comfortable in your own shoes and everything, it's you don't have to worry about, because like there are there are people who just can't sit in that comfortable silence. In fact, you say comfortable silence, and there are people who have no idea what that even means. And those are the people that you know are the ones who just can't sit still and always have to fill the void, so to speak. But like, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody who also is comfortable with silence, you two can just be kind of sitting there, not talking to each other, and just chilling and vibing, and it's totally fine and totally good. There'll be other people who look at you and goes, oh my god, you guys must be not having a good relationship. And it's like, no, we are just perfectly fine and comfortable in each other's presence. We don't need to talk. It's just cool to sit here and chill. So, but it's kind of funny. I actually kind of lost my train of thought a little bit, like why I even brought that up. But it was kind of more like that whole thing of just enjoying that space and just kind of like, you know, enjoying the vibe and the groove. Oh, right. Because Gas was asking what he missed and stuff. And it's like, yeah, no, we're just vibing. We're just kicking back. So I could play a game. I could do whatever else and stuff. And I mean, if that's the direction that we go in, that's the direction we go in. But, you know, we just kind of vibing and going with the flow. Just like Sifu says, don't fight the flow. Speaking of which, Sifu, why did that line pop up twice? That's odd. I heard Stream Elements was acting kind of goofy earlier. I was actually watching Joel and, you know, Porcelain Maid. I've followed him for a while, but I mean, I've kind of caught tidbits of his stream here and there, but Sifu didn't really use the word vibe, but I paraphrase. But yeah, we're just vibing and going with the flow, and it's just, again, kind of like late night DJ, kicking back, relaxing the vibes, just enjoying the whole overall thing, relaxing, whether you're kind of like sleeping off later or just kicking back. I kind of, like I said, I imagine a lot of people, they're just kind of all up in the rafters, just napping and sleeping and doing all that. You know, some people could just have it in the background while they're playing games or whatever else. I kind of kick back and think that there's some people just kind of kicking back, smoking a cigar, having a nice drink. Like a good Cuban cigar and, you know, a whiskey, neat, or a scotch. My favorite is scotch, personally. Like, give me a good Macallan, like 15 or 18 year, and, you know, give it to me neat with the Sprite on the side, and I can just kick back and just vibe with that. I'm good. See, smoking and playing Monhan right now, right? There you go. Playing Metal Gear Solid on very hard mode. Yeah. May was actually playing Metal Gear, and it was fun to watch. I haven't played that particular episode. I haven't played that game with, like, you know, the one with Raiden as the main. But I think the last one I played was, I want to say 5. Raiden has a nice butt. Yeah. Yeah, that cyber musculature do be kind of hanging out, actually, come to think of it. See, Raiden needs pants. See, I'm not the only one going around pantsless around here. Your butt's nicer. Vibing to Persona? Really? Do tell. No pants can contain that, though. Well, it's true. Being ethereal, it'd be like that. Kind of all that. Is that ectoplasm in your pocket? Are you happy to see me? Well, you have to ask. So, yeah, this is the vibe that I like. And hope, if people like to kind of come in and chill, everybody's welcome to come in and hang out and just chill out and stuff. One of the best compliments that I think I got was from another budding friend of mine. I'm not going to say a friend yet. We don't know each other quite that well, but we're getting to know each other and it's fun. It's cool. But they actually told me that they like the sound of my voice and that it sounds pretty soothing. In fact, when they come into this and they come in my streams, they pretty much just kind of fall right asleep. So that whole, the moment I come into your streams, I just fall asleep straight away. That's a compliment to me. I'll take it. If I can come in, if you can come in and I can put you to sleep or put you in a calm state, then that's just mission accomplished. I like to keep saying that, and it's true. Let everybody else kind of scream and jump around and stuff like that. Yeah. There's actually, I kind of liken it a little bit more, like that's what I really appreciate about like another streamer, Orihime. She just has another really comfy, really chill vibe on her streams. And I mean, she describes herself as being low energy. But yeah, even when she's doing stuff like playing like Valorant or Apex, she's just really got a chill vibe and stuff. And people really love her voice too. She's got another one of those low, sexy, resonant type voices. And she actually, she likes to post shorts about people kind of going apeshit over her voice in voice chat on those games and stuff. It's kind of funny. But, I mean, that's the thing I like. Yeah. Although I'd prefer to play kind of more lo-fi, chillish games rather than like first-person shooters or things like that. Yes. So gonna finish it. Didn't finish it before. The depression probably killed your vibe. Yeah, she's cool, chill vibe. Very up right now, surprisingly, for the time. So you usually clock out earlier, but you're surprised that you're not fading yet. Hey, that's cool. Either way, And, this is a great place to just go ahead and let all that stuff that's bothering you and stuff, just try to let that kind of fade and set it off to the side for a while. Take your mind off it and just come in here and chill and relax. I kind of like to think of this as just an alternate type of ASMR where it's just chill. So I guess this is the ASMR stream, the ASMR-ish stream, where you just, no triggers, none of that, just chilling and vibing. That seems to be where we're going with this today. That's where the flow is going to take us, so that's where we're dealing. That's all good. ASMR meets just chatting. Pretty much. I mean, tomorrow I'm doing... I put it in the ASMR category, but it's reading ASMR. Tomorrow I'm going to be reading, I'm going to be doing story time. So we're going to continue with the next 2 chapters in the book that we're currently reading, Kieran Rise, Cast of Shadows. We'll be doing that tomorrow night. Which is also kind of another reason why I'm being a bit chill today. Because I'm saving my voice for the workout it's going to get tomorrow. So yeah, it's just a lot of fun with this right now. And again, the whole working out the redeems and everything is always good. Okay, why is Stream Elements really doubling it up? For real now, what the heck is this? Oh, yeah, that's what I had started to say earlier when I was talking about when I was watching Joel. Joel had mentioned, you know, he was doing a karaoke stream, which was actually pretty hilarious. I'd never really watched Joel much. I'd kind of seen the little bits of him and stuff, and I thought he was kind of funny, but today was the first time I'd watched him any kind of length of time. And dude is unhinged, but he's actually pretty darn funny. But he was talking about how Stream Elements was just all kinds of shit today. He was actually kind of complaining about, all right, everybody's streaming right now and you know, they're all using Stream Elements, and Stream Elements just wasn't having it. It kind of looks like, you know, that maybe Stream Elements is still acting a little goofy. I don't really know. But so yeah, maybe it's just kind of having a moment. I mean, it hasn't really been that crazy for me. You know, the stuff that I encountered, this like coming in and stuff. The reason why I was kind of late getting starting stream up today was I had to log out because I went through the whole affiliate paperwork thing, and in order to go ahead and, you know, go become affiliate, you have to activate 2-factor authentication. And of course that logs you out of everything while you do that, which I hadn't realized because I had them shut off, and I hadn't bothered to turn them back on because I wasn't, like, you know, really streaming or watching at the moment because I was working on other stuff. But I'd closed down like Chatterino, I'd closed down, like, you know, Twitch, and, you know, shut down the browser on the on my, you know, the machine that I've got like the monitor on and everything, like where I'm actually watching Stream Manager, the dashboard. As well as I didn't have OBS on, and I didn't realize this, but I had to go ahead and like log back in. But first thing I did was, like, when I tried to log in onto the side machine. Now, if you guys don't have 2-factor authentication already set up on your, you know, in your accounts, I will warn you now. First of all, the activation process is completely buggy. Twitch will just, when I tried to activate the 2-factor authentication, it kept asking me for, you know, to activate the 2-factor authentication, and it kept saying it was sending me the authentication, but then every time I tried to type in the numbers that it did send me, it kept saying that there was a problem. They couldn't activate the authentication. When I actually did finally decide to kind of back out and try again, turns out that the 2FA was already activated and it was working. It's just that their closure process sucked. And then it turns out when I tried to log in and then trying to use the Twitch 2-factor where they send you an SMS, you know, that didn't work because the sending the SMS, I didn't get any of the SMS messages. I tried sending it a few times. I tried enough times that Twitch actually said, you've tried too many times, and no, you have to stop and try again later. And then when I kind of paused, came back, and I decided to all right, I'm gonna give it a few moments. And I was working on something else, and all of a sudden my phone blew up with like a half dozen authentication messages saying, here's your new code, here's your new code, here's your new code, all at once. Now, I'm not saying that was necessarily Twitch's problem, or if it was like the service that they're using to send out the SMSs or whatever, or or my carrier, or any combination of the above, but that just kind of blew chunks. So my advice is, if you do the two-factor authentication, beware, you might run into a bug when you activate it. If you back out and just kind of check and confirm that it's actually activated, then cool. You gotta take care of some stuff. Thanks for your stream. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out, man. It's always good to see you, and always glad to have you over and just hanging out and stuff. I actually do want to, talk to you and ask you a couple of things. Can I DM you a little bit later? Is that going to be okay? Just asking you about something or other. But you go take care of business. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'll hit you up on Twitter, DM and stuff, and just kind of ask you a couple of things. But yeah, man, thanks. Have a good, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out and everything. And, go do what you got to do and stuff. Take it easy, and I will see you next time. So, but yeah, so like I said, if you're gonna go ahead and activate 2FA on your Twitch account and everything, watch out for that error and everything. And if you do, definitely make sure that you use like a third party, that third party application to make sure to handle the main 2FA. Because if you try to only use Twitch's SMS thing, let it be relegated as a backup, because I don't personally think it's that reliable. I mean, I'm using Authy on an Android, so I'm using that, and it's working pretty well. I use that for both the Twitch and the Discord, and my Discord account, so it works out. At least that's my recommendation from a tech perspective. But again, your mileage may vary. So but I hope everybody's kind of enjoying and having a good time and stuff, and being all relaxed and chill. Yeah, it was really buggy for you as well. It wouldn't send you any messages through Wi-Fi calling. Yeah, it was just a pain. But yeah, I had to resend the code like 8 times. Yeah, that's pretty much the exact same thing that I ended up going through. But once I actually got it once I did get it activated and I got Authy, I got it set up on Authy, it works fine now. So that's always a good thing. It's all cool. So I think we are good on the redeem ideas for the time being. Let me go ahead and just try switching over. Is it this one? Yes. I tried to clean up the scenes, because I don't know if anybody else is like this who actually streams and stuff, but my OBS set is a bit of a mess. I've got like a whole bunch of scenes, like stuff that I was doing in testing and things like that, and then I have like composite scenes, so I've got like like the different components of scenes that I then go ahead and use as components in the composite scenes and everything. And It's basically like the equivalent of like crap all over our room, not really organized and things like that. And I am using my keyboard, like an actual music keyboard, as a MIDI controller, and I use that for my OBS. So that's like the controller that I use. I don't have a Stream Deck. I'm king of scuff and reusing old equipment here. I like to, kind of make use of everything that I got before I try to go ahead and buy anything new. Mostly because I don't have the budget for it, and out of necessity, it's become a let's be resourceful kind of deal. So, surprised you're not fading, short lasting. I'm sleepy as fuck, so you're gonna go ahead and head out to sleep. Alright, cool. Glad I could help. So, hey, you go ahead and you go off and get some rest and everything, and you go chill and, have a good night. And thank you for coming. Thanks for hanging out and stuff. Really appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. Yeah, very smart, bro. I mean, like I said, it's necessity, right? I'm not trying to I don't want to say that this is like just a hobby and I'm doing this for fun. I mean, yeah, I'm doing it because it's fun. And I'm also not going to complain if, people like to subscribe and throw money at stuff while I'm actually doing stuff that I'm enjoying. And that's always good. I won't complain about that at all. I'm not trying to be all about gonna make money and get the grind and everything. It's like, well, no, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. It's just stuff that I'd already intended to do. I just happen to be streaming and while I'm doing it and just enjoying that. But so I wanted to do this as low budget as I could, especially I was trying to figure out even if I even liked it and stuff. How they always tell people the new streamers coming in, especially people who want to be VTubers, whatever else like that. They there's this misconception with VTubers that you got to have expensive equipment or a really good mic, or you've got to have a really expensive model to get into VTubing and do all that. And I'm like, well, no, you don't. All the big streamers deny that, but people kind of tend to just sit there and emulate them because they see all the a lot of the bigger streamers, they're constantly getting new outfits or new makeovers, so they're basically always getting new models every season and stuff. And it's that's because they can now. They didn't do that in the beginning. Iron Mouse and other people have already talked about that type of stuff. I mean, if you guys like my audio, I've said this before, this is no secret, it's on my Twitter even. You can actually go look. My mic setup is literally a couple of it's a Rock Band and a Garage Band mic. Or I'm sorry, a Rock Band and a Guitar Hero mic that I got used from GameStop for $10 each. So if you like how these mics sound, this is the result of a $10 mic that I simply tuned in OBS. Didn't spend a lot of money. And yeah, that's the beauty of it. The whole reason, okay, I actually had the mics. I didn't go buy the mics for streaming. I literally had them because several years ago, I'd had a Christmas party and we did karaoke basically on my PS3. So that's the whole reason why I even got these mics in the first place. So Nutty had put out a video in January, something like that, in January or late December, talking about how this streaming mic might be in your closet right now. I mean, he put that out a month after I'd started streaming, which I thought was hilarious and also kind of validating, So I just happen to have these. And the cool thing is, especially if I want to do ASMR and stuff, I can actually do stuff like this because I have two mics. So I've got, normally I just simply talk using a single mic, which the Rock Band mic is the one that actually sounds the best. It's got the most gain, so that actually is the one that I use most often. But with the twin mics and stuff, I've got it set up. And this is how a lot of other streamers do it. It's I don't know if I'm this, if you, I mean, I like, you know, I appreciate it, you know, you're ahead of your time and stuff. It's like, I don't think I'm ahead of my time. It's just, you know, just flexing and making use of the stuff that you have on hand. You use the resources that you have. I mean, I think that's pretty much what anybody should start off with doing. Use what you've got first, and then if that doesn't work, then you start looking at upgrades. But with the twin mics, I have them set up in stereo so that if I wanted to go ahead and do all that ASMR type stuff, kind of like the stuff I did yesterday, or like even like, you know, if I do more traditional ASMR with triggers and things like that, I can go ahead and go from one side specifically over to another side, and it would work out perfectly well. So you know what? I've got like a poor man's equivalent of a 3DIO, which if you guys have ever looked at the price of one of those like ASMR mics, the ones that has like a couple of ears on either side or whatever else, those things are like $500 or so. So saying it's not a flex makes it a bigger flex. I guess. I don't know. But it's just, this is, I think, what people should do. I mean, I'm not going to tell people what to do or anything like that. I'm just making the recommendation. You don't have to spend money to get started on this. You know? You can make even a mediocre mic like this. Which, you know, I'm not going to say it's a crap mic, because believe me, I've used some crappy mics. And, you know, at the very least, the Rock Band and Guitar Hero mics that they use for gaming, they're at least a fairly decent mic set. But it's just a basic USB mic. And if you know how to tune them, and there are lots of videos on YouTube that you can learn how to tune them properly, you can just go ahead and do that and make them sound much better, and people might actually think that you've got a more expensive mic. Now, is anybody going to necessarily mistake this for like an SM7B? No. You know, and at the same time, most people won't guess that this is a $10 mic either. Gotta spend money to make money, but you're not making any money. That is true. And that's why in the beginning, if you don't have money to spend yet, you got two resources. You got money and you got time. Okay? If you don't have one, you're going to need to invest more of the other. That's ultimately what it kind of comes down to. So, I've got an abundance of time, and I've got a little bit of technical ability, and I've got a little bit of art ability, so I just try to leverage all that. Kind of like the same deal with my voice. You know, made the joke before on stream, and I'll probably say it again. The whole reason, the whole reason why I'm streaming and making audio recordings in the first place is because I always wanted a job where I could make money using my body. Being a guy, that does kind of limit my options primarily to doing things like moving furniture, so I wanted a job that didn't involve heavy lifting. And I guess I was lucky enough to have a pretty decent voice. So yeah, I'm gonna leverage the fuck out of that. Zeb, you always seem to find me at my most sus moments, or at least the ones that can be interpreted with like the most amount of innuendo. Weird time to start paying attention. Lumi, you too, Butte? Really? God, 5,000K. Sus so often though. Well, it's true. Because, I mean, okay, I joke about being say-so, but yeah, I'm not really say-so at all. And that's okay. You much prefer a physical job, save your brain for gaming? Yeah, that's understandable, you know? Of course, I've been there, done that. Something that I kind of realized from, like, you know, spending a lot of time working out and things like that, though, is you can have like a physically demanding job, or, you know, do something with a lot of physical exertion, like, you know, having a job, moving stuff, and then kind of like, or, you know, doing athletics, working out, things like that, something physically demanding. But if your mind is still active, no matter how physically tired you are, I've found that you can still stay up mentally wired for hours, no matter how physically tired you are. And on the flip side to that, if you have basically drained your mental batteries, being like, you know, like whatever kind of mental effort that you put in, like, you know, being heavily focused on something or anything like that, you could have not done a single physical thing all day and have energy to spare, but you will be completely wiped out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it works both ways for sure. Absolutely. So, but it really comes down to balance. You know, just being balanced with everything that you do. Which, I guess on that note, I should probably get up and stretch a moment or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you use your brain a lot for work and you're often fried. Yeah, exactly. It's like I spend my days sitting there having to, like, you know, basically think really hard in terms of, like, you know, doing software development and things like that. I'm not doing like I don't do stuff on autopilot often. You know, I try to, you know, it's just a demanding job having to kind of think on your feet and doing stuff like that. And I'm not saying that having a physical job, you're not like that either, which ideally you should be putting all your mental effort into being present and being in, you know, whatever you're doing. Number one, it just makes you perform that much better. And then number two, it's still that balance I was talking about. You know? And there's also like a number three, even, that it's like when I work out, you know, there are a lot of people who, when they work out, they're on autopilot. Their body kind of do their thing, and they're like, you know, maybe like, you know, watching like the TVs and the, you know, on their, or videos on their phone or whatever else. And they're not putting any thought into what they're actually doing. Some of my mentors have talked about being present and in the moment. And so to be basically sitting there and just going through the motions of anything that you're doing, it's kind of a little bit of a disservice to whatever it is that you're doing. I mean, sure, you can argue that, you know, okay, well, I can multitask, you know, because I'm just sitting here running and stuff, or I'm just sitting here working out. But how much more effective would it be if you were continuously paying attention to your form, to your technique, trying to make it better, trying to get it improved, trying to squeeze every little bit of performance out of what you're actually doing in that moment? Whether it's getting a movement just right, or, you know, even paying just attention and being aware of literally everything around you. How much better would that actually be? Now, I'm kind of soapboxing a little bit, so I'm going to step back and kind of go back and chill for a moment, you know? Plus, like I said, speaking of balance and everything else and sitting around, I'm going to get up and stretch a moment, so ignore the chair. Oh, there was no stretch redeem, so I'm going to go ahead and mute. Ha ha ha. Actually, give me a sec. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go refill my water real quick. So, I'll be back. Actually, can I test something real quick before I go ahead and do that? Because there's this button that says run a 1-minute ad break. I kind of want to see what that does. So Can I drop a 1 minute ad on you guys to see what that does and how that affects this timer and stuff? You guys mind if I do that for a moment while I get up and take a break? Which really it's just I'm gonna go, use the bathroom, refill my water, get some tea. Tea is good. So I'll be back in a quick moment. So, and now a word from our sponsor. Okay, I have returned, and okay, so Bez went off and went ahead and had to go ahead and take off and everything. So, I mean, I assume he's probably kind of gone off to go lay down and everything. But yeah, man, thanks for hanging out and stuff. Glad you can make it. I know you're not going to hear this. Maybe if you see us later, who knows? But yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming. And I have kicked back and I have gotten some tea to keep the voice going and stuff like that. Of course, for those of you who want to know, tea Earl Grey hot. Not that I'm a Star Trek fan or anything like that. I do happen to like Earl Grey. Not because of Star Trek. Welcome back, thanks. Appreciate it. I'm glad to be back. Hope you guys had a chance to go ahead and get up and stretch and everything as well. And hold up. Why is this preparing a 1 minute ad? It says it's preparing a 1 minute ad. I don't know. Is this like supposed to be like a cooldown timer or something like that? I don't really know. It had better not run yet another ad. We'll find out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ad prepared. Okay, it's like literally an ad cooldown. That's so funny. I guess that's good because it doesn't let you... Okay, hold up. So it doesn't let the streamer spam 1 minute ads, but then you otherwise can't really control directly whether ads run. Okay, what the actual F? But unless you're a partner, okay, we'll cross that bridge when we get to that. So, I mean, I guess that's something else to shoot for, making partner status. I don't really know if there's supposed to be like any kind of major benefit at this point, since they haven't really, I mean, they took away any of the incentives. They changed the payout rate, so partner makes the same 50-50 that, you know, affiliates do. So it's like, I'm not really seeing a reason to become a partner, except for the part where, okay, it gives you more control over ads. Well, whatever. That's okay. However way that's going to go is the way it's going to go, so I'm not going to worry about that. There are a lot of features that partners still get. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I'll look into it. So it's another milestone to make at some, you know, later on down the line. Longer VOD storage. Okay, 60 days. I forget what, you know, I have a turbo account, so I know that that also adds to the amount of time. I thought that it was like also that being a turbo account holder also gave you 60 days. So being turbo, right, I don't have to really so much worry about it. Plus the other thing is, honestly, I do want to put my VODs over on YouTube regardless, because, you know, cross-platform pollination. It's never a good idea to have all your eggs in one basket anyway. So I kind of dig the idea of making sure that, yeah, that I've got different places where I've got my videos set up and everything where people can kind of see. Because it's not about being well, for me at least, it's not being about a Twitch streamer, it's about actually being a content creator. So, you know, I want to have that. I want to have stuff that I've got, you know, I'm currently only streaming on Twitch at the moment, but I mean, ultimately, I do want to also stream and try streaming on YouTube, and there's a couple of other platforms. And I'm not talking about like the adult platforms and stuff. There's like a couple other platforms out there I don't, of course, the two big ones that anybody should be focusing on should really be Twitch and YouTube. Not sure how I feel about TikTok though. So I don't know. Well, number one, I always hear I'm hearing bad things about VTubers and TikTok on one hand. Then on the other hand, I don't think that my content exactly kind of fits the TikTok vibe per se. But I don't know. I don't spend a whole lot of time on there. Definitely long form videos. TikTok doesn't really like that you can see a face, yet everybody on TikTok has filters. Okay. Now, I have a literal covering over my face on this model, so I guess that even additional insult added to injury. You could be a child and therefore shouldn't be on TikTok. Do they even know the actual age of the people who use their platform? Because let me tell you, all of my nephew's friends when they were in grade school all raved about TikTok. So let me tell you something about that. I'm thinking TikTok is kind of full of something. I'm not going to say exactly what, but they're definitely on something and full of it. But that aside, I'm not going to sit here and rag on stuff. I am not going to project out that kind of energy and vibe and stuff. I do have opinions on it, but not worried about it here. Oh, hey, that reminds me. There was something I was thinking about while I was waiting for the tea to warm up. Sadly, yes, still in the microwave. Still don't have my electric kettle. But, so, those relaxation exercises I did a while back and stuff, you guys kind of liked them and everything. I mean, is that something that you guys would want to see more of? That you'd want to do more of? Or would you just kind of rather have those as recordings just available? Would it be something that you'd want to do on stream or something like that? Because I know several people have actually used it, and they the one that I did that I have posted, because I know I said I was going to go ahead and split out and post those, and I'm still going to do that, but I'll again point to my computer being a bit of a potato and really not liking having big, ginormous 6-hour streams and trying to, parse through a 15 gigabyte file it makes it work a little bit. So I haven't finished that per se yet. But I do actually got to at least put the VODs up on the channel. So, but I don't know. Would you guys be interested in doing more of those, or basically doing more of those, or listening to more of those? I don't know if I'd necessarily do it on the regular on stream. Especially now that I've got ads that could potentially kind of break stuff up, but give all the content, please. Understandable. That's cool. Appreciate that. So what you're really saying is that you'll give everything I want to give you. You'll take everything I want to give you. You'll happily receive everything that I put out. Is that what I'm hearing? All the things? I see. Gotcha. And again, Cotton 5K. Really? What? It was just a statement. What did I say? You guys are in V. Really? Are you serious? Hold up. Oh my god, you guys are hanging out in VC and you just screamed in Lumi's. Oh my god. I was not bullying you. I mean, not really. But Lumi does have a point. No, I mean, just kidding, but yeah, you are very bullyable. I mean, if I had to say, I would probably say that you are my favorite little gremlin, and I enjoy picking on you a little bit. Just mostly because of the fact that I know exactly how to make you turn into a puddle of goo and just kind of make you dip underneath your desk. And Gast, what are you saying? You like being bullied as well? Is this going to be one of those streams? You want to be bullied? Really? Noted. But then again, I don't know exactly what kind of, bullying you would like to do. I don't know. Because, hey, there can be all kinds. I don't judge and all are welcome. Use the machine and lock you away. Which machine are you referring to? That's the real question. Oh, but wait, I almost forgot. We're say-so here. So we don't do those kinds of things. At least, not before dark. Oh wait, is it dark? Whoopsie. I guess then, hell, maybe we do. Not before dark. Says the streamer who's basically all about, the After Dark Hour chill stream. But, okay, that is being caught in 5K, okay? So, the flaw has been found. The ghost trap. Be prepared. But see, the thing is, the beauty of actually being in a space where you basically control your existence, it'd be awfully difficult to trap me in this kind of space, wouldn't it? Not in some place where you can essentially control and be and do whatever it is that you can imagine. We'll see. Besides, we haven't even kind of established what kind of things would even bully you, so... Yeah, we haven't said anything to any kind of nature about that. So that is just a completely open-ended and just open to interpretation. Wait, what's this? I just kind of flipped over to a different window, and I guess this must have refreshed or something, because... And this is the interesting thing, Tumblr doesn't show any dates of when stuff is posted or anything like that, so I don't know if... oh, I guess well, Sunday, 1:02 p.m. But see, this is still nothing explicit. But this just kind of seems to have just... I guess the refresh and just came up. I didn't see this one before. Yeah, there's like if you hover over like the menu thing, the 3 dates or whatever, it just kind of shows up there. But this seems TOS safe. It's not explicit or anything like that, and doesn't, like, you know, do any encounters or anything of that nature. I don't think describing a feeling and describing a longing are TOS. It doesn't seem that way. Hey. I wanted to tell you something, but it's not something I can really put into proper words when we're speaking. You'll understand what I mean in a second, so just listen to me for a bit. I know we've more or less just met, but you drive me absolutely crazy. In a way I don't think I've ever felt before. I know we have fun teasing each other. I know it's supposed to be all fun and games. But I don't think it's a game to me anymore. My hands ache for something I've never touched. My lips ache for something I've never tasted. And it's just becoming so damn hard to keep my cool around you. You look at me once with those eyes, and I want to know how you'd look at me if we were alone with the lights off. The way you laugh makes me weak. It makes me feel pins and needles in the best way. So while I know we've just met, I've never wanted anyone more in my entire life. The things I want to do to you, the things I'd let you do to me. Even just saying all this now, I feel it. A heat rising in my chest, a haze falling over my mind, and now all I can think about is you, your hands, your lips, your body. I would give anything just to know you a little bit more. I have a feeling that on one hand, Zeb is sitting there screaming in voice chat. Gast is basically over there, essentially going, "Get back! Get thee behind me, Satan! Begone, demons! Begone!" You need to sub to Dia again. You need that crying emote. Begone, Satan. I cast thee out, demons of lust and sensuality and whatever the hell else I'm feeling so confused. Begone, Satan, out of this house. Out, out. Okay, I'm going to add a crying emote to the list of emotes to have. This is being very enlightening. Thank you, Zeb. Appreciate that. I mean, I did say that I was going to go ahead and leverage the tools that I have to the best of my ability. And if that means weaponizing them somewhat, so be it. I never said that I would use this power for good, exclusively. Lumi, is Zeb dead yet? She's trying to live, fighting for her life up in there, huh? That is so funny. I'm trying to live, trying to live. Left hook, right hook. Left hook, right hook, uppercut, uppercut. Oh, hey, what up, Zan? Good to see you, man. Welcome. Holy shit, really? Thanks for the bits. That's so cool. I mean, I just set it to like... I had no idea whether that was like a thing or not. You know, they just said to set it to something other than 1 to prevent spam. So I just saw everybody else having theirs at 100, so I just thought 100 was the norm. Is that supposed to be too high or something? But man, thanks for the bits, and also thank you too, Lumi. Appreciate the bits. So welcome, welcome. Glad you made it. Glad you're in. Yeah, well, okay, true. I know that the bit equivalence is 1 bit being a cent and stuff, but so okay, what's usually, or maybe it's just the people that I've seen where they just simply have their minimums set kind of high. What should be like a good average minimum starting thing that keeps people from, well, keeps like the low-key spammers out, but then is a decent like starting rate that's not too crazy? Because I admit I haven't paid too much attention to the bits and stuff. Ah, 10? Okay, so I'm off by a 0. Okay, you know what? I can change that on the fly, right? Hang on a second. Shit, where is that at again? Also, am I the only, is this just simply how the dashboard changes when you actually become an affiliate, or did they actually do some kind of like global update? Because I noticed that today that the creator dashboard just looks, and it's kind of set up just slightly differently than it was, well, yesterday, to be perfectly honest. Oh. So it is the affiliate view where everything looks different. Oh, okay, here. Let me just go ahead and change that. Okay, so... Alright, I've changed the minimum bits down to 10. So instead of the 100, yeah, I'm not trying to milk it, just like I said. Alright, so is that better? Okay, cool, cool. And again, thanks for the bits again. Appreciate it, appreciate it. That's pretty wild. Okay. Cool. So that's what it looks like when people donate, when people do bits. Now I gotta figure out exactly what to do with them. There's like the tier badges and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't exactly. Usually when I've seen people do bits or whatever, they're usually tied to like a TTS or something of those. I'm probably not going to do the TTS thing, but I guess I'm going to have to look and see if there's like other stuff that people do. But still, man, thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want to hear what your sprinkler and helicopter sounds like. Well, I think what kind of put somewhat of a bad taste in my mouth is hanging out in Zentrea's chat. Because, man, if I have to sit there and hear another L L L L L L L L L L L L L L L, no. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do actually like Zen's stream. Sitting in her chat, not so much. But hey, I mean, that's her chat, that's the way she built her audience and stuff. More power to her, that's all cool. You know, I got nothing against it, it's just hurts my ears after a while. So, I'm beginning to think maybe I am kind of lo-fi. Or, you know, just kind of like more chill and stuff. I don't mind being in the loud areas and stuff like that, but then at the same time, I'm kind of okay with, you know, being the laid back bit, you know? It's kind of like, you know how when you go to like a loud venue, like a concert or someplace where there's just like, you know, people are like, you know, cheering, that's high energy and stuff like that, you kind of walk out and your ears are kind of ringing slightly. And you just become aware of the quiet. It's kind of like that. You know, I totally respect all the big streamers and stuff where they got like 2,000 people and, you know, actually anytime there's like more than 500 people or more than really 250 or 200 people even in chat and they're all active. That is a lot of messages flying by. So, totally respect that. So, how are you doing tonight, by the way, man? You doing good? Everything cool? Like, were you streaming earlier? Were you on and stuff? So, you know, if you were and everything and you're ready to just kind of kick back and decompress, you're like totally in the right spot. Chill night, no games, just streams and video editing. Oh really? What kind of videos were you working on? And Zeb, you're reading? Cool, cool, cool. The time for you guys. Well, for me, it is, wow, it's already 1:21 a.m. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I swear, time is always flying when I'm hanging out with you guys. So, man. Oh yeah, I guess I have been, wow. It's already been 3.5 hours that I've been on stream, and we've just been literally kicking back and chilling. That is pretty impressive. So Twitch clips and stuff. Oh, really? You turn your clips into TikTok and everything? Or you make TikToks out of your Twitch clips? That's cool. I have totally got to get on the ball with, like, you know, checking all my VODs and trying to find highlights and stuff like that. It's just kind of like everything is kind of chill. How do you find a highlight in all that chill? For one thing, what's the highlight of all that? Like, do I find the most chill moment or something? Or I kind of got to figure that out. That's why I like it when you guys clip stuff, because it's, well, number one, I didn't have to do it. You guys, it's something that you guys found interesting or funny or something like that. So it's all good. So video editing, reading, everybody's just kind of chilling, relaxing, enjoying the vibe, listening to the music. I'm occasionally reading a couple of scripts in here. You know what I haven't done is I actually haven't tried reading any poetry, but then I don't know any poetry and stuff to find. At least nobody posts that stuff on Twitter that I'm aware of. / marker in chat to mark moment for yourself to clip later. Chat. Okay, now that's a scary idea. I've never actually used ChatGPT to create poems. That sounds like it could be both interesting and cussed. The cussed poetry stream. Actually, I kind of like that idea. I should note that down. So, ChatGPT cussed poetry and stories. That's going to be a thing. And yes, Lumi, that would be very cool. Why find stories when you could make your own? Novel AI and AI dungeon. Okay, you know what? Hey, I haven't used any AI text content generators. I did play around with Ava, the music AI generator, as well as I can't remember the name of it. It was an art generator, but it wasn't AI Dungeon. It was another one of the popular ones. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. And yes, Lumi, do you have any suggestions of things you'd want me to read? I'm open and ready for anything you want to throw at me. So, lay it on me. Wow, right in time for the sax riff, huh? Nice. You can make so many fights and stories of having the AI create anything your mind is limited to. Specific mood that you'd like the poem to be? Well, kind of suiting the vibe would be good. But other than that, I'll let you pick. Kermit would so beat Batman's ass. Well, Not really, but I think Kermit would let Batman off. Batman would refuse to fight Kermit. That's the sense that I get. But yeah, I think we can spend the last half hour or so just, kind of looking at different like poetry readings and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever actually done a reading performance of it anyway out loud. Not in a very long time. Not since like, having to read stuff out loud in like, say, high school or something along those lines-ish, maybe. So, Dungeon AI used to cost money, huh? So the Dragon model, when they made it go from 10 to, holy crap, from 10 to 30 bucks. But, I mean, yeah, if it gets popular and stuff, they're gonna have to get money to run the servers one way or another, which that's kind of the funny thing. People like free services, and then at the same time, they like it free, so they don't want to pay for it, but then at the same time, they also don't want to sit there and sit through ads of any kind. There's kind of got to be a little bit of a balance there. You either got to pay for a subscription or pay for access to the thing, or you're going to have to kind of let the ads run. Says the guy who does have an ad blocker on some of the more excessive stuff. But on sites that I frequent, I do definitely turn it off. You're looking for things that fit the vibe? Okay. That's cool. So, I mean, we're just kind of shooting the breeze and just kind of talking about anything that comes up and stuff. So, there's no set topic or anything. We are totally into taking Variety Night at face value today. So, AI Dungeon is insane. Somehow going from exploring a wizard's tower to finding a hidden room full of computers and... Okay, that actually sounds pretty cool. And an AI Dungeon if you want a story-based... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to check out AI Dungeon. Although, I do happen to know somebody who is a GM, so I'm looking forward to kind of like, letting them run a campaign on me. Okay, so let's see this. Oops. Yes, Zeb, it is you. Whoa, okay. Poetryfoundation.org. Thanatopsis by William Cullen Bryant. Oh my god, it's been a long time since I've actually done this. Hang on, let me kind of... The cadence. A poem about death. Variety Night, huh? Alright. Let me go ahead and run this and give this a shot. Give me a sec, let me hydrate, then get set. To him who in the love of nature holds communion with her visible forms, she speaks a various language for his gayer hours. She has a voice of gladness and a smile and eloquence of beauty, and she glides into his darker musings with a mild and healing sympathy that steals away their sharpness ere he is aware. When thoughts of the last bitter hour come like a blight over thy spirit, and sad images of the stern agony and shroud and pall, and breathless darkness and the narrow house make thee to shudder and to grow sick at heart, go forth under the open sky and list to nature's teachings, while from all around earth and her waters and the depths of air comes a still voice. Yet a few days, and thee, the all-beholding sun shall see no more in all his course, not yet in the cold ground, where thy where thy pale form was laid with many tears. Nor in the embrace of ocean shall exist thy image. Earth that nourished thee shall claim thy growth, to be resolved to earth again, and lost each human trace, surrendering up thine individual being, shalt thou go, to mix forever with the elements, to be a brother to the insensible rock and to the sluggish clod, which the rude swain turns with his share and treads upon. The oak shall send his roots abroad and pierce thy mold. Yet not to thine eternal resting place shalt thou retire alone, nor couldst thou wish couch more magnificent. Thou shalt lie down with patriarchs of the infant world, with kings, the powerful of the earth, the wise, the good, fair forms and hoary seers of ages past, all in one mighty sepulchre. The hills, rock-ribbed and ancient as the sun, the vales stretching in pensive quietness between, the venerable woods, rivers that move in majesty, and the complaining brooks that make the meadows green, and, poured round all, old ocean's grey and melancholy waste, are but the solemn decorations all of the great tomb of man. The golden sun, the planets, all the infinite host of heaven are shining on the sad abodes of death through the still lapse of ages. All that tread the globe are but a handful to the tribes that slumber in its bosom. Take the wings of morning, pierce the bark in wildness, or lose thyself in the continuous woods where rolls the Oregon and hears no sound save his own dashings. Yet the dead are there, and millions in those solitudes, since first the flight of years began, have laid them down in their last sleep. The dead reign there alone. So shalt thou rest. And what if thou withdraw in silence from the living, and no friend take note of thy departure? All that breathe will share thy destiny. The gay will laugh when thou art gone. The solemn brood of care plod on, and each one, as before, will chase his favorite phantom. Yet all these shall leave their mirth and their employments, and shall come and make their bed with thee. As the long train of ages glide away, the sons of men, the youth in life's green spring, and he who goes in the full strength of years, matron and maid, the speechless babe, and the gray-headed man, shall one by one be gathered to thy side by those who in their turn shall follow them. So live, that when thy summons comes to join the innumerable caravan which moves to that mysterious realm, where each shall take his chamber in the silent hills of death, thou go not like the quarry slave at night, scoured to his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust, approach thy grave, like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down to pleasant dreams. Alrighty then. Damn. So I don't know, what'd you think? Good job, that was nice, that was a lovely poem. Thanks. That was Thanatopsis by William Cullen Bryant. It's been a long time since I've read anything like that, so that was an interesting difference. Like I said, it's been so long since I've actually read poetry that I've kind of forgotten how to hold like the proper cadence. So that was an interesting exercise. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So very nice. Thanks. Appreciate that. Interpretation. Don't be afraid of death. Everyone dies. You're joining royalty, the great and the old, those who accomplished much, and you will not be alone, for when you die, you will lie in wait for all of the rest of humanity to join you. It's a good way to put it. It's a very good way to put it. And I admit at the same time, when it comes to death, that is the one place where I am really betting on my procrastination habits to kick in full gear and put that off for as long as possible. I frankly intend to be completely late to my own funeral. An oddly optimistic description of death in poems. What you really like about it? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. I like it. Definitely an interesting change of pace considering the other stuff that I'd been reading earlier. But again, variety night, like you said. So it's all good. So, wow, man. We are starting to come up on the 4-hour mark. Kind of chilling and hanging, because I don't know. Well, let me see. It is also like what, 1:42? Probably what? Maybe another 5-10 minutes hanging out and stuff, and then we'll probably just go ahead and call it a night at that point. We've had this really great chill vibe going this entire time. You know, I kind of dig it. I haven't done too many of these. I'd say they're kind of relatively, you know, where we're just kind of kicking back and just shooting the breeze and stuff and just kind of chilling and doing a just chatting the whole time. Well, it's not morning until you either go to bed or wake up. Well, until you either go to bed or the sun comes up, whichever comes last. So then again, I guess, yeah, super early morning, you know, nice and chill. Yeah, appreciate it. So, especially for people who have more high stress type things they do during the day and everything, I think this is like a good place to let that kind of dissipate and let go and stuff. So I'm glad you guys enjoy the vibe that I'm setting up here, because there are so many other streamers where they're like really high energy, they go ahead and yell and shout and everything else, and you know, I mean, that's all cool, don't get me wrong. I just don't see as many that are just kind of more chill like this, unless they're doing like straight out, like, you know, the standard type of ASMR with all like the sound redeems and stuff like that, or like the triggers and everything, which, I mean, those are interesting too, but you know, I mean, I can do some of those to an extent, and I don't know, like I said, there's plenty of other people doing those as well, so I like trying to find like a middle unique ground where, again, I mean, I'm not kind of liking myself to being, I mean, I kind of liken myself to being like a late night radio host, but it's just more the vibe of it more than anything else. Not that I'm actually a late night host or something. Although I don't know, that could be kind of funny too. It all depends on you guys and where you wanna go with things. So, you love the chill vibes? I'm glad. That's awesome. If you want to go someplace where you can just be chill and fall asleep, yeah, Carrizo Stream. Carrizo Stream is exactly where you want to be. That's too funny. Hey Vin, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. We were actually just kind of winding down and getting set to kind of like go for the night and stuff. Yeah, for April Fools, Chris always hits us with, like, you know, high energy. Yeah, that would definitely be a trip. That'd be a trip and a half. I like to think the days of my highly excitable younger self are gone. Can you imagine me being like Joel or something like that? I would totally want to use his, like, you know, his tagline though, and just kind of rip that just for kicks. You know, the whole, just remember, Raiders, if you follow me, your penis will grow a full 3 inches. Just think, you will go from here to here. That'd be too funny. So, but I honestly don't think that I could be like Joel. And I'm not talking about like, yeah, I mean, nobody can be like those guys. I mean, but I mean, I'm talking about like matching that kind of energy and stuff like that. That's a lot of work for one thing. Plus, you know, being loud and crazy like Joel, or being completely unhinged like Chibidoki or things like that. That would be a completely, that'd just be this thing where it'd be like, who are you? I have a feeling people would be out trying to call exorcists and shit. Like, okay, somebody quick, call an exorcist. Something's taking over Kurisu. And it's not tentacles. Same, who are you, who am I? Yeah. I don't know, man. Something happened. Kurisu's out here making me question reality. Then again, that could also be kind of interesting. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Get in while the getting is good, because I haven't set up the redeems and stuff yet, which those are potentially going to be a thing. I have a short list of them that I've been working on, which isn't here, and I will remember which buttons are which at some point, but apparently I don't have it tied to any. Damn it. It's here. No, it's not. Wait, it's this one. Alright. I gotta find where the hell I put that. But yeah, these are the... So, I want to have these done in the next... I want to actually have some redeems set up in the next several days. So hopefully by Saturday, like, I'd have some of these in place at least. You know, hopefully by tomorrow, but... Twitch Prime sub copy pasta. Wait. The Prime sub copy pasta? Which is that? You got a link to it or a clip or something? Cause yeah, man, you threw bits at me. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and read that out. You threw bits at me, so I'll do it. Yeah. Dance, streamer. Dance. Twitch Prime copy pasta. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Oi. Okay, hang on a sec. Hey there. Do you want to know about Twitch Prime? Oh, you may be asking, what's Twitch Prime? Let me tell you. When you connect your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you can get one free sub to any streamer on Twitch every month. Yep, and along with that, get yourself some Twitch loot. With Twitch loot, you can go ahead and get yourself some exclusive Twitch gear and your favorite games. And until April 30th, you can get yourself some Fortnite skins with Twitch loot. So go ahead, grab your Amazon account, grab a family or friend's Amazon Prime account, and link it to your Twitch account today. So, you mean that? Thanks for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. I'll take that as that was a positive response. Thank you. That made you want to get Twitch Prime right now. Okay, so in other words, I apparently seem to have a pretty decent announcer voice. Gotcha. That's hilarious. So if you're there, Twitch, keep that in mind. That was actually pretty funny. So wait a minute, that means I ran my own ad, didn't I? Go figure. So, sweet. That is hilarious. Just advertised yourself. That is so funny. These are hilarious though. And so that being said, actually timing's kind of working out. It's been 4 hours on stream. It is coming up to, well, my local time, you know, being in Central Standard, it's coming up on 2 o'clock. I have just broken over 4 hours. I think it's a good time to just go ahead and sign off and call it a day for now. I totally appreciate all you guys for coming out here. Thanks again for the subs. Zionot, most recent. Zeb for the very beginning and everything, and as well as Bez. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the subs and everything, and also for the bits from, you know, Zaya and Lumi. I'd actually forgotten those were a thing, so that's hilarious. That's great. Thanks so much. I totally appreciate all of you guys for coming and hanging out. You know, whether you were in chat or lurking around, and, you know, if you're unconscious and you're going to hear this later, thank you. Have a good night's sleep. And yeah, thanks again. You know, thanks again. Congrats on becoming an affiliate. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. And once again, thanks for coming and hanging out in the chill zone, and I hope you guys have a good night or a good rest of your day, depending on where you are. Thinking of you, Vin. And you guys take care, and I will see you next time. I will be here tomorrow doing a full-on reading story time, continuing on with Kieran Rise, coming into the final stretch. So I will see you guys soon.